and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back to the channel tonight, guys, as Barca have returned to the top of the league. But it wasn't easy, was it? It was a really close game in some ways, but in other ways, we missed an abundance of chances tonight. And we're going to be talking all about the game. There was lots of big decisions to be made out there from the referee. And tonight we're going to be talking, guys, about why Barca were not favoured by referees, despite what you may read in the aftermath of this game. We're also going to be talking too about the big calls that were made tonight by Hansi Flick, along with magic. Pure magic from Dani Olmo, plus a big scare at the end. But come on, guys, let's celebrate and let's do this. Because I would like to kick off here by just shouting out some absolutely incredible support from Yusuf in Nigeria there. We certainly tonight did not waste this opportunity. That was so important. And a big shout out as well to Burhan from Vancouver in Canada. He gets his perfect birthday gift tonight, with Barca getting the all-important 3 points. And if we start here by looking at the squad that was put out here before the game even started, the interesting thing was Ansu Fati back in the squad tonight with the rest of the team there. He was on the bench, but again, did not come on in this game there. So he was in the squad, he wasn't in the stands. That's a bit of an upgrade there for Ansu, but still not able to get the minutes that he's looking for. And the big exclusion, of course, from the lineup, it was Jules Koundé. That was the big headline before this game even started there. Koundé left out by Flick again because of punctuality. He was actually late, and not for the first time, remember, to a team meeting. And the good thing here, I think, about Hansi Flick as a whole, he does not have any favouritism. It doesn't matter who you are. Koundé, we know, has been a regular starter, somebody that Hansi Flick is such a big fan of. But if you're late, if you're not arriving to these meetings on time, if you're not treating everything there with the attention that Flick thinks you should be doing, you will be left out. And that happened tonight there with Koundé. Also in the lineup, guys, we actually spoke before the game about how tonight's lineup, after all the rest that we've had, and after such a big game this would be, we'd get an idea of Flick's favourite team there, the best lineup that he feels that he has. And it was interesting to see Inigo Martinez making his way into that team over Araujo. That's the way that I think it should have gone, in my personal view there. And I thought Inigo played very well. Frenkie de Jong played in midfield ahead of Marc Gasardo, who came on there towards the end of the game. And the big one as well was Gavi starting and Dani Olmo on the bench. And I would point out there, I think Olmo came on later in the game. We're going to be talking about it with a real point to prove. And what a piece of skill he was able to pull off there. But it was Gavi who started this game there, and Barca trying to go as strong as we possibly could. But like I say, so many missed chances. There's no getting around that here. There was opportunities in this game for us to put it to bed. Simple as that there. There's a real opportunity here for Rafinha. He drags it wide there. That was 19 minutes into the game from close range as well. Really should be finishing that one off. And then just minutes later, he's got another chance. And this is a wonderful pass, by the way, from Pedri, who was majestic tonight in his play. We're going to be talking more about that. And Rafinha here, he's in behind. We saw this again later on. And again, unable to find the finish. And we know that Rafinha in these positions, he can do so much better. We've seen it this season. We've seen him become much more clinical. But tonight, wasn't quite able to find the finishing touch. And of course, the big goal came from a penalty for Barca. And can I just stress here, this is a stonewall penalty. I mean, there's no debate about this whatsoever, guys. And you will get, I'm sure, Real Madrid fans saying, oh, well, was that really a penalty there? The corner comes in. The guy tackles him to the floor there. Pathé Ciss, he just takes Inigo out. You know, he's got his arms wrapped around him. Inigo's making the run there towards the goal. And the ball comes in. And we see this so many times from corners. I'm glad that the referee has finally given one. You know, we should stamp down. We should clamp down harder on these kinds of calls, because clearly it's a penalty. That is an obvious foul. And of course it's Lewandowski that steps up there from the penalty spot. And I always do get nervous. I know that he has a fantastic record from penalties there, but that stuttering run up, such a big moment there. We need this goal. He finally steps up. and it hits the inside of the post. I mean, I was really panicking at that point, but it was a massive goal to give Barca the lead in that first half. But we still had nervy moments. You know, Szczesny was called into action there right before the end of the half, 37 minutes in, and it takes a deflection, actually, this first shot, which is a really good save from Szczesny, and then he parries it out, and he's got to get up really quickly to shut down that rebound as well there. So an important sort of double save for Szczesny at the tail end of the half. But this right here was the really controversial moment. Although in my opinion, it's actually not controversial. You know, people will make out like Barca really did get away with one, like the referee here robbed Rayo Vallecano and therefore robbed Real Madrid as well, I'm sure. But can I explain this decision? Because yeah, the goal goes in, then the offside flag goes up, then you see the replay and you think, okay, how on earth is this offside? You know, you're looking at it here, and Teka, he is miles off, but as far as we can see at this point, he has no part in this goal. The ball there falls to De Frutos, he puts it away, so how is it offside? Well, if you actually wind it on there and you look closely at Nteka, before De Frutos even touches the ball, so we're still in the original phase of play, before he gets to the ball, you will clearly notice Nteka, who was in that offside position, he becomes active when he blocks Inigo Martinez. It's really obvious there. If you watch it there and you clearly see he steps in front of him and he really actually stops Inigo getting back into a defensive position there. How is he supposed to do his job? How is he supposed to defend when there's a player blocking him? And of course, once that block comes into play and Teka becomes a part of that move, and he was clearly offside. So many people will say, oh, Barca again, they're getting favoured by referees. Real Madrid will ramp up their pressure, of course. In the media, it is nonsense. That was not a robbery. That was 100%, as per the rules in football, a correct decision. However, guys, in the second half then, I mean, we had some absolutely magical pieces of play there. Individual magic, individual brilliance. Let's start with Pedri here, because the close control on show tonight from Pedri, it was a joy to watch. It really was. There was a moment there in the sort of middle of the field, he's juggling the ball on the halfway line there, just actually putting it over the opposition players' heads. I mean, it's absolutely unreal there. The talent, the ability, and the confidence to pull that off is absolutely incredible. And I also love the fact the fans there, when he went over to take a corner, because of the performance, because of his entire level this season, really chanting out his name. That is great to see. Pedri even acknowledging the fans there, and then he went on to do something even better. You know, you see three players around him here, they're watching Pedri, they're wondering which direction he's going to go, how can I block him off, and it's one simple but beautifully elegant drop of the shoulder that leaves them all just staring into space. You know, they don't know how to defend and they don't know what to do, they don't know where to go. Pedri there, drop of the shoulder, and he leaves them all in his wake. It was absolutely majestic play, and he actually there pulls that ball back to Lewandowski, and it's another half chance of Barca. Lewandowski there dragging it wide, not even putting it on target, and we should have done better tonight. We really should have in front of goal. But can we also talk about Dani Olmo? Because yeah, on 65 minutes of the game there, Jules Koundé came on. Hector thought maybe he'd learned his lesson by then, according to Hansi Flick. And also Dani Olmo came on for Gavi in this game. And like I say, I think Olmo was very keen to do something, to show something there, to really make an impact. And that he certainly did. Because this was genius. There is no other word of describing this passage of play here. It is absolute pure genius, because the ball is played into him there inside of the box from Alejandro Balde. Now there's pace on the ball, there's really good weight on it as well, and the way that Olmo takes this in his stride, but he takes it sort of on the back heel, he takes it there on his back foot, he pirouettes, he spins, and again the Rayo defence, they have no idea what has happened. Before they've even blinked, Olmo is in behind them, and with one sweep there of the foot, with one absolutely beautiful turn, he's twisting, he's turning in behind. This is being compared here to something that we'd see from Dennis Bergkamp back in the day there, that wonderful spin, the elegance again of this move is absolutely incredible, majestic from Olmo, and then he takes the ball round the keeper. And this was a really close one in my opinion, guys, because honestly, that moment there deserved to end in a goal. If it would have, I mean, what a goal that would have been. And did the goalkeeper just about get a touch on the ball. You know, replays don't seem to be all that clear whether he did or whether he didn't. I think it was very, very close. I think maybe he got a slight touch on it. Otherwise, that definitely would have been a penalty for sure. But what a move there from Dani Olmo. That was one moment there that got us off our seat. You know, it may not have ended in a goal, but it was still very, very special indeed. But he really did make an impact in the game. He also slipped a wonderful pass through to Rafinha, who again got in behind, again got 1-versus-1 versus the goalkeeper. It's a great position. You're looking for the finish, but he just couldn't find it again. He lifts this one over the bar. And genuinely tonight, guys, Rafinha, he could have had a hat-trick. He honestly could have left this game with the match ball. And, you know, we know that he can do it. Again, we've seen him do it this season. He's produced moments and goals like this, but it just didn't happen for him tonight. And I've got to be honest with you guys, at 1-0, I was always a bit nervous. You know, we knew how much we needed these 3 points there. We knew how much it was taken out of us here, not finishing off these extra chances. And in the 90th minute of the game, I mean, I could see it happening. I could see Rayo getting in behind, getting a ball into the box there, getting an equalising goal. I could see it all happening, and that cross into the box. I literally screamed at my TV, please, please, no, no! And luckily, it goes over the bar there. A massive, massive scare in the final moments of the game. And hey, I bet Real Madrid fans there, they were on the edge of their seats. I bet they were willing Rayo on, thinking that was going to be the moment. But hey, it simply wasn't to be. Another 1-1 this weekend. Because in the end, it's Barca that has won. And indeed, guys, this is what it means. This is what it has all been for. And whether it was a hard-fought victory, whether it could have been more comfortable for us on the night, the bottom line is, and the only thing worth saying, we are top of La Liga again. With 24 games of this season played, we are at the summit. Real Madrid are behind us. Atletico Madrid are behind us. And we are exactly where we want to be, in the driving seat again. And I think what's important is we've learned lessons from the past few weeks here. We can now take everything that we've learned, all the experience that we've gained this season, on with us now. We are back on top, and we must not let this slip. So please, guys, let me know in the comments down below. What did you make of the game tonight? What are your takeaways? You know, who stood out for you? Who were your men of the match, in your opinion? And who maybe in the lineup tonight do you feel needed to do a bit more as well? Let me know all of that in the comments down below. Of course, we're going to be back soon, discussing plenty more as we keep this run going. Thank you indeed for all of your great support and for all of your fantastic comments. But until next time, guys, as always, Vejska, Real Barça.